All right, Pisces, we're going to jump into a no contact reading. I'm going to see what's coming out for you. Let's see. Someone that you're in no contact with is juggling whether or not there's an actual blockage. Okay, so if you are in no contact and you don't want anything to do with this person, this is not your reading, okay? So please do not make the shoe fit if it is not your shoe. This is not a personal reading. So if you're getting triggered or if you're watching a reading that you do not enjoy, that's on you, that's not on me. This is your friendly reminder that you get to choose what you watch on YouTube, okay? It's sad that I have to say all of that before a no contact reading, but here we go. So for the ones who want to hear the no contact aspect, we're about to jump into it. Someone here that recently or that has shut down is feeling the need to come out of the shutdown energy. So who is this? Why is there a separation? Because this person wouldn't tell you what they were actually feeling. You could have needed confirmation or a confession from this person and they did everything but. So that could be the reason you guys went into separation. You could have felt like this person didn't like you. You could have felt like this person didn't care. Have any of you ever entertained someone or dated them and you tell them, you know, I really like you, I really enjoy spending time with you, and then they just kind of stand there or they just sit there, they don't say anything, and you're like, okay, am I talking to a wall? What the hell's going on behind those eyes? That's what I'm saying here. It's like you needed this person to, I don't know, for some reason I'm looking at this phone. Maybe you felt like this person should call you, text you. I'm feeling an energy of, I feel lack of interest. So I'm going to take your lack of interest as you not being interested. If you wanted to call me, you would. If you wanted to text me, you would. If you wanted to tell me how you feel and what you think, you would. And I'm saying that the lack of their action led to this being separated. You could have felt like this person was just choosing not to. Now, I feel like this person might not necessarily be the most emotional type of person. So telling you what they're thinking and what they're feeling might not be the easiest for them. But you could have taken that action and been like, if you wanted to, you would, okay? I think the lack of this person trying, the lack of them saying, no, this is who I am, but for you, I'm willing to try. I don't really like to talk about my feelings, but I will tell you that I care about you and really like you. None of that happened, which I think added to the Two of Swords. Because let's be honest, let's be real. If someone really likes you and if they really want to be in your life, they will do things where maybe they wouldn't do it for others. But for you, they will. Because some relationships require a different version of us to come forth so we can have that relationship. Now, you know, that's in more areas than one. That's romantic, that's friendships, that's children, that's family members. Each relationship you have requests a different version of you. But this person was like, So it led to a separation. So you either needed them to tell you something. You know, this could again just be that you felt like this person wasn't interested. They never told you, I like you, I really enjoy spending time with you. There could have just been lack of that. And for some of you, you could have felt like this person was either juggling you or wasn't sure about you. And that made you want to leave. That made you go, okay, I don't know about this. But I can't move on from you. No matter how hard I'm trying, I can't move on. So no matter the separation, it can't break this bond or this love. This person still feels exactly what they've always felt for you. It's probably actually gotten stronger, if I'm going to be honest with you. What does this person want? They want to change who they've been. There's a version of them that you've witnessed or that you've dealt with that they regret. Again, that could have been the Two of Swords. They could have been arrogant. They could have felt like, I don't have to tell you if I like you. You're going to be here. You could have taken yourself out of it. There was a sense of arrogance that come from this person. I'll text you when I want to text you. I'll call you when I want to call you. When I want to tell you how I feel, best believe I will, and you ain't going to get it out until then. But what this person didn't realize is that that was them making a conscious choice to block this, to not move it forward. And there was even potential of it breaking down this bond and this love, because them acting like that made you see how arrogant they are. So now this person wants to reunite. They feel like they can't move on from you. They're unsure if this is a good choice. They're unsure if this is a good decision. How do you feel about this person? You feel like this situation makes you helpless. You feel like there's nothing you can do to change this. So again, it's like you did everything you could. Danielle, I told them exactly what I wanted, what I felt, how I seen them. So if anyone blocked this or made it to where it couldn't grow, it was them. So there's nothing I can do, Danielle. It doesn't matter how bad I want it. There's nothing I can do. You feel helpless when it comes to this situation. What are they about to do? So here in the upcoming future, they're going to try to wait for you to reach out to them, because that's that arrogance. And then once they realize it's not going to happen, they're going to come towards you with hopes that they can get one last chance. Okay. Why is this person so arrogant? They have a distorted view of success and emotional fulfillment. Yeah, what did I just say? The devil. They have a distorted view of fulfillment and security. This person, so this is what I'm gonna say. The separation's not gonna break this bond or this love, but it will break down this person's ego and their toxic side. You're dealing with someone who, let's be honest, let's be real, even if you tried to heal this or fix this, they're not gonna do it because they don't want you to get your way. There's a sense of arrogance that this person has. And that's a lesson for them to learn. They're going to sit in the sidelines and wait for you to come towards them, because they're either used to that or that's what they're expecting from you. That's their arrogance. That's their ego. And then when they realize that you ain't the one to play with and that they've really lost out on this, they're going to get in an overthinking energy, and that's going to push them to speak some sort of truth they weren't willing to speak in the past. I am seeing before this last chance comes in, though, that this person needs to be stripped from this arrogance and from this ego. There is going to be an ego death that is going to take place. I feel like it started happening in the month of August, because I'm seeing an 8 on the camera. So I feel like the ego death started happening in the month of August, once they realized you have no intentions of coming back towards me. You're okay with this bond and this love being nothing more than telepathic, because at least then I don't get hurt. That's what I'm saying. You feel helpless. Now, what you don't know is that there is potential of a reunion coming in once this person has this ego death, because they're going to feel like they missed out on an opportunity. You're then going to get to decide if you want a chance with this person. I will say this person can't move on from you. What should you do? You should remain hopeful and only go after what fulfills you and what you see as a dream come true. So Spirit wants you to be happy in this circumstance, in this situation, but they also want you to know that you can't choose something that you know would make you unhappy and expect it to make you happy. So when this person comes in, you need to ask yourself, where does my happiness lie? When I think of being able to hope on something and go, this is where my dreams are fulfilled, when I look at them, do I see my biggest disappointment or do I see my biggest blessing? Do I see this as a story where I'm going to tell my kids, my grandkids, or people that I know, you know what, that one almost took me down, but we overcome it? Or am I going to tell people, well, that was the bond that, you know, it's never going to break. I'm always going to love them, but I hope for a different future. When I dream of a happily ever after, I no longer see them at the end of that dream. For each of you, you're going to have to decide what that looks like for you. There is potential of a reunion coming. And I think no matter what happens, the love and the bond will never be lost. It's just whether or not this person is going to allow their arrogance and their ego to ruin it. And again, I am seeing an ego death, but I'm also saying that with ego deaths, it takes time. And you know, sometimes with the Five of Wands, people will fight that ego death. There ain't nothing wrong with me. Okay, keep telling yourself that. Because the only common denominator in everything in your life is you. So if every relationship's failing, if nobody can be your friend, and you've had 5, 6, 7, 8 failed relationships and friendships and jobs, we got to start looking at ourselves and going, okay, what's the conflict? Is it because I'm taking jobs I had no intention staying at? Is it because I'm not hearing what they tell me when I get hired? Am I taking lovers at face value and passion only and not seeing if we're compatible? That's what's happening to this person, okay? In the time apart, I also see a lot of overthinking and jealousy. So whoever it is that you're in separation with, if this is your story, they are thinking a lot about what you're up to, and a lot of jealousy is coming out of them. So you could be at home reading a book. They think you out on the town with somebody, and I bet they hot, and I bet they spoiling you. It makes me mad. Like, that's where this person's at. Their head is making up fantasies. Their head has got them going, well, you know that he or she don't want to be with you, so they with somebody else. And I think that's also pushing that ego death, and it's making them question, okay, what's your happiness? Why are you doing this then? You're thinking about so-and-so. You're jealous over what so-and-so's doing, but your ego is so big that you still won't go in and say, hey, I want this. I want you. I want us. Again, they're the problem. What should you focus on while this separation simmers and the reunion comes forth? What should you focus on? Two of Cups, the things that make you happy. You need to focus on the things that you love that also love you in return. So nurture the things that you really love and the things that you care about. So some of you, there's about to be a baby born and you're going to be asked to be the godparent. Some of you, there's going to be someone around you that's about to go through a health problem and you're going to be their angel. What do I mean by that? You're going to be the person that takes them. You're going to be the person that picks them up from the doctor. You're going to be the person that's like, hey, listen, I've got you. Where you need support in this time of your life, I'm going to support you. Same for animals. If you love animals and you're looking into animals, pour into that. What can you give your love and your attention to unconditionally and not care if it comes back because you love it so much that you want to give to it? What do those hobbies look like? What does that side hustle look like? Is that a person as well? Is that a place? Is that gardening? Is that learning how to skate again? I heard figure skating. So some of you could be on like ice. So hockey player, figure skating, something of that sort. Focus on the things that make you feel loved. And if this isn't one of them, don't focus on it. Because the more you focus on this person and the more you try to make it work and the more you're willing to bend over backwards and the more you're willing to compromise, the less that this person's going to do. Why? Because they're in their ego, because they need to go through a shadow death. This relationship is 1090 and you deserve more and they deserve more. They deserve a partner who's going to demand for them to be a man or a woman and to give it or move the hell out of the way. And you deserve a partner that would do it, that wouldn't sacrifice this bond or this love because they're ego and they're arrogant. Okay? That's what's happening here. Spirit is telling you the best thing you can do is keep focusing on yourself. There's a reason you feel helpless here. There's a reason you feel like you've went to the end of the road because there's nothing more you can do. And at some point it becomes chasing. All right, when are they going to reach out? When's this reunion going to start taking place? This is going to happen before the end of the year. You will get an offer from this person, an offer to reunite by the end of this year. By Christmas time, you will hear from this person. So if you live in the U.S., Christmas is December 25th. If you don't live in the U.S., there you go. There's your date. By December 25th, this will have unfolded and you would have said yes or no to it. This person is going to come in. They're going to offer you love. They're going to try to make something fair. They're going to try to bring in balance. Spirit is telling me, though, that if you decide to entertain this and to entertain a reunion, it's going to move forward very slowly. So do not allow this person to come in and then by January 1st, y'all be moving together or going to get married. Take it slow. That's the only way you guys are going to get to a place of peace here together, is you not see this person as who you want them to be, but who they are. They come with their flaws. They come with their problems. They're arrogant. They're egotistical. And they don't like being called out. But that's the reason why you're supposed to be their person, is because your connection and you has started shattering that identity, okay? So Spirit is telling you to have faith in the bond and the love that you share with this person. And if you're up for the challenge, baby, put your gear on and get ready. But to also be realistic and recognize that you're going to have to take it slow. And then it could take 6 months of dating this person. Who are they? Have they really let their ego go? Where's that arrogance at? Do they still have a sense of arrogance, or is it really gone? Give yourself 6 months to figure out who this person is since the separation, and if you're okay with moving forward with them. Give yourself time to see if it's fair. Give yourself time to see if you enjoy spending time with this person and if you think it's balanced. Or is this person going to come in and say, okay, this is going to be balanced, now give to me? Because for some of you, that is going to be the case. It really depends upon you, okay? This reunion will happen by December 25th. And you're going to have to decide whether or not this person has done enough soul growth for you two to be able to build a life together. So, leaving it here. Bye, guys.